All right, guys. We're just gonna dive right into it, man. Let's go, cause I'm tired of having freaking subpar outings and then having to talk about it, which makes it even worse. But hey, if someone else can grow from my failures, then let's grow. All right. Let's preface just to give you some context. Okay. You see the score. This was a close game. I think it was 4-4. Like going into that last, maybe the eighth inning. I'm pitching the ninth here. Oh, you can see that bottom nine. So we blew it open. It's one of those games now where I'm coming in and like my job is to just pound the zone, you know, get outs as quickly as possible. But at the same time, you have that mentality in your head as a pitcher, like I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to shine. Like nothing changes. Mindset, 1-1 game, right? Bottom nine. So we'll talk about this more, but I make some mistakes in this outing that should have been avoided due to my thought process. And then there's some just like there's these moments in this outing where it's like, hey, tip your hat. All right, so we're gonna dive right into it. So first batter of the outing, I believe this is 8-9-1. So we get away with a fastball. Actually, that wasn't a terrible pitch given what I kind of want to accomplish with my repertoire. So one pitch, one out. It's exactly what we want, right? So that's fantastic. Neato gang. Let's speed this up. So now we're facing, I think this is the 9-hole hitter, and we do exactly what we want to do. We throw a first pitch strike. Heater down the middle. Now we're 0-1. Okay, so far so good. We're attacking early. We're showing fastball command, and now 0-1 here to a 9-hole hitter. Again, no disrespect to anyone that puts on a uniform, but I'm blowing fastballs in the zone. Again, this is kind of one of those things, especially with a lead like this, you don't want to get too fancy. And that's something that, if you guys have been following a lot of my outing breakdowns thus far, I do very often, is I try to get fancy and I try to get strikeouts and I get in the long ABs. So without wasting any time, we go 0-2 slider in the dirt for the strikeout. So you're probably thinking like, wait, why is this a bad outing, dude? Like 4 pitches, 2 outs. Ooh, wait, we got a little close up there. Hey, you. 4 pitches, 2 outs, and a strikeout. So feeling pretty froggy, right? So now we flip the lineup over. What up, Stirrup Swag? Shout out Stadium Custom Kicks for the drip. Now we're facing the leadoff hitter, who I believe is like, if not a big leaguer, fairly close. So as you see, he absolutely hits a nuke off me. Like that ball, the ball sounded like a rocket, dude. Tip your hat, right? So I want to break this down. So the thought process of like, all right, 4 pitches, 2 outs, like we just got to groove a fastball and get ahead 0-1, right? Because what are the odds he's swinging? This is my bad. I'll pat the chest on this because like when we talk about taking pitches off, I think this is literally the prime example of that. Now, I don't take a pitch off from like what kind of standpoint am I thinking about? Like, I'm not trying to take this pitch off to throw a ball or anything, but I take it off in the sense of like a very uncompetitive fastball pitch to a very, very good hitter, and I pay the price, right? So I think the call was like fastball in because he wants to get extended, and you see that I'm literally right down the heart of the plate, exactly like in the spot that he wants to do damage in, getting extended, getting the hands out, and you can see that I found his barrel fairly freaking good. And he makes me pay. Like that ball is absolutely crushed, and it was a pitch, that could I have back, or would I take it back? Absolutely, because I think the mindset going into that pitch was very lackadaisical, and good hitters will make you pay for that. So now we're facing another really good hitter, So that one, you see that 0-0 pitch, I let it eat. So we're behind now 1-0, and I'm pretty frustrated at myself, but at the same time, like, stuff like that's going to happen. Now we get back into the count here with a fastball pretty well executed down and away. This at bat in general is just a really good at bat. As you'll see, he just battles. Now we go slider for a strike. Pretty good pitch. Now notice his like take. Right? So like that tells me, especially 1-1, just from this take, that he doesn't really know what to do. Like, not necessarily in a disrespectful way, but it's an early take for him. And especially that pitch that started middle and kind of came in, that's not a great pitch for me. You know, like if he's swinging there, he's got probably a freaking homer to right because of the way that ball moves, right? So he's not looking off speed in that particular situation. Now, can I play that to my benefit? I try. Now, 1-2, my thought process is what? Well, he took it, so let's throw it again. Now, this is where I get frustrated because I make a really good pitch here, exactly what I want to do with this pitch, with this slider, right? I want to start that middle and have it slide in. Now, to me, this is strike 3, game over, because I believe that where this pitch ends up, where it crosses, whatever, we can have that argument another day. But for me as a pitcher, when I execute a pitch exactly the way that I want that call and don't get it. Oh, well. Now, we've thrown 2 sliders now that he did not want any part of. So maybe we can use that to our advantage again and try to go fastball away. You can see that was a really well executed fastball away. He's tardy. He's a good hitter. Good hitters will grind their face off, right? We know that. And now we go back to that slider. Now he engages in that swing, right? Not the greatest of swing because, in my opinion, I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, well, he's got, longer swing. So now let's go hard in. We actually end up missing down the middle. He's tardy again. So this is where it gets tricky, and I think I need to do a better job as a pitcher because I believe if it's not this pitch or the next pitch, there's a point in this at-bat where I almost like overanalyze and confuse myself because I'm thinking, okay, he doesn't really like the slider in, but he also doesn't like the fastball because he wants to get his hands extended. So I think I end up like confusing myself in terms of like what I want to do that takes away from the conviction of the pitch. And you see that I try to go hard in and it ends up right down the middle. And what we have here is back-to-back home runs. And as a pitcher, you try to avoid that. So again, pretty much same location that the first home run ended up in, right? He's got a really, really good swing. That's middle away. And what are you going to do, man? 2-2 action count. And again, I think this is where I kind of get into that mindset of like, all right, we got this huge lead. Like, let's go. Let's get the ball. Let's go. And now all of a sudden, like after 4 pitches, 2 outs, now I'm like grinding. So now we're facing Cottom. First pitch, he's over anxious. Now we try to go to the slider. Don't get the call. This is a good AB too, man. That scared me. So now we're 2-1. Fastball. 2-1. I think we go fastball down and away. Foul ball. This one frustrated me because, again, that slider, I feel like if I just put that somewhere down the plate, because look, he engages in that. You can tell by his body language he's engaging in that pitch, and it was really, really off. Doesn't need to be perfect, man. I try to frickin' make it perfect. So to me, that's starting as a ball, and you can tell that his hands, again, engage in that pitch a little bit. Now we're 3-2, and again, he just battles, man. He battles, fouls off. I want to say 1, 2... Yeah, he fouls off 2 pitches and then freaking takes the walk on this pitch right here. Down and away. Don't get the call. Okay, so what do we have? Grind time. Like this game's so frustrating. First pitch down and away. Gosh, was that not the same pitch as that last one on the walk? This game's so frustrating because like literally you're grooving, right? 4 pitches, 2 outs, and then next thing you know, you gave up a 2 spot and a walk. So slider, now we're 0-2, 1-2, sitting pretty. 1-2, fastball. He's tardy on it. And I believe we go slider for the strikeout. That was probably the best staying freaking sequence that I had all game. But yeah, I mean, I was frustrated in the sense of my approach coming into this game. I don't think was that great as far as like having the foot on the gas pedal the entire time. I was, taking that one pitch off and then having that bomb and then trying to like kind of do more. And then being in my head about that. I've told you guys multiple times that I do better when I'm not in my head and I'm not thinking, but that's exactly what I did with that one at bat. See, I can talk about pitch sequencing and all that like all day to you guys, but as soon as I'm out there, like it's just instinct. Like I'm not sitting there thinking about it. And I think for the second homer of the inning, that's exactly what I did in terms of like what he was doing with my slider and what he was doing with my fastball. Like he was just battling, he's like just trying to foul it off and get his pitch, and he did that. And I just need to do a better job of like sticking to my instincts, having the approach, and just not really trying to overanalyze it, but just going. What are you going to do? But good learning curve. It was cool to go out there for an inning. First time I've done that in a while, but yeah, hopefully you guys got something from that. If you want to check out more of my breakdowns, therobbyrowshow.com/outing-breakdowns. You can check that out there. I believe I have like 5 or 6 videos up. But sometimes things don't go the way you want, and you still got to take the good, take the bad, consume it all. Get ready for next time. Hopefully I'll be out there tomorrow night, and we'll get it. All right, guys. God bless. Much love. Talk to you.